Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just counting up rows to make sure I'm on the right, because it's knit 4, knit 2, purl 2 for 4 rows, and then purl 2, knit 2 for 4 rows. I'm just making sure I'm on the right one before I start knitting across it, because you will have to excuse me. I am on another rant today. That's all I seem to be doing these days. This is a DWP rant, TV license rant, electricity, gas and electricity supplier rant. I'll have to put this knitting down because I cannot work it out and tell you what's going on with this. Anyway, I got this letter. It's from the Warm Home discount, where you get £150 automatic help with your energy costs. Now, you have to be getting pension credit from the DWP. Has to be paying you pension credit to get these things, and I don't get pension credit because I cancelled it last year sometime. I don't think it was last year sometime. It's because of what I'm earning on YouTube. And what money I have in the bank puts me out of it. But the DWP, you have to tell them with what you call a change of circumstance. So this last year I rang up the DWP and I told them that I was self-employed and I was earning money on YouTube and from orders I get and other things. And I told them they could get all this information from HMRC because I have filled in my tax returns and all that, and they know exactly how much I'm earning and how much I've earned for the year and that. And anyway, he said, "What are you doing? You're self-employed." I says, "I knit and crochet and anything else do." And I says, "I earn money for orders, and I have a YouTube account and I earn money every month on that." And I says, and that puts me out of pension credit. So thinking about it, and I'll have to put you on to somebody else. I don't know how to deal with this. I said, right, put me on to somebody else. Someone else come on and I had to go through all the same thing again. This was last year, I went through the same thing again, and I said, "I don't think I'm entitled to pension credit, and I don't want you to keep paying it to me and then me have to pay it back to you. I just want you to stop the pension credit because I know I'm not entitled to it." So I went through the same thing, told them how much I had in the bank, and you have to tell them all these things, how much money you have, and I don't tell them about, the cash that I get there. I don't tell the HMRC about, but I said, "I don't want you to pay me pension credit anymore if I'm not entitled to it." And he was thinking again and he says, "I don't know what to do about YouTube. I've never come across this before." And I says, "You mean there's nobody on you who's earning money on you? YouTube has declared what they're earning to you." This was last year before all this thing started, where people on YouTube are going to be taxed. They're going to have to declare what they do. But anyway, I went through all that with him, and he said, "Well, I'll stop your pension credit," and I says, "and we'll sort it out for you." So I would say, okay. So I says, hopefully I won't have to pay any of what I've already been paid back. So anyway, they stopped it last year. And when April came this year, when you get all your increase in your benefits, I never got no pension credit, so I thought it's gone through okay, everything like that. And then I'm seeing this letter I got the other day from the Warm Home discount saying I am getting £150 automatic help with the energy cost because you receive pension credit. You're in receipt of pension credit, the guarantee credit, which I am not. So I was thinking about it, and I'm looking at this, and who am I supposed to? I'm going through the letter, and who am I supposed to get on to? There's nothing about change of circumstance or anything, but I was going to ring up. There's an online thing about the warm home discount scheme. I was going to go doing that, because if I get that, I'm going to have to pay that back as well. So anyway, I started sorting through all my papers, and I couldn't remember a receipt form coming for my TV licence this year, which would have been in April, because that's when I always paid my TV licence from, when I had to pay it. But I've not had to pay it since I was 75, until I started earning money on YouTube and all that. But anyway, I'm going through all my papers and that, and all I could find was a one from, I've lost it now, I had another form, put it down somewhere, but I had another, the form was for my TV licence for last year, and saying it was up in April 2024, which was this April. And so I thought, oh yeah, found it. I've had some things on top of it. It had my TV licence number, invalid until the 30th of April 2024. But I couldn't find another one. I don't throw things away like this. When I get things like this, I don't throw them away. I keep them like this until it's up. But I couldn't find a one for this year. So I tried to go online, and it has a it says, please visit tvlicensing.co.uk/update. So I went online to try to get onto that, to get onto the TV licence people. Only there was nothing about change of circumstance if you were changing home, going to another home, or if you're wanting to cancel your TV licence or anything like that. So there was a telephone number. So the only thing, I'm going to have to ring up the telephone number. So I rang the telephone number. The young man I spoke to, and I told him exactly what it was. I says, I think I need to pay my TV licence. I says, because I used to get pension credit, but I'm not getting it anymore. So I says, I think I need to pay the TV licence. So he says, hold on, I'll go through, you look through all the information. I'd already given them my TV licence number and name and postcode and everything that they asked for on when you ring up, the automated thing, and then that thing where you have to speak into it and tell them all these things and hope they understand, because I am a Geordie and I have tried speaking into these things before and I haven't got a clue what I'm saying. So anyway, I had managed to get through okay and that, and he was looking into it and all that, and he says, well, he says, we have it on our records that you get pension credit. The DWP hasn't cancelled it. And I says, well, I'm not getting pension credit. And I told him all about cancelling it and everything. And he says, oh, and he says, I cannot take a payment for your TV licence off you. You'll have to get on to DWP and find out from them whether you're still getting pension credit or not. So I said, I'm leaving. I'm just going to pay dumb. If they finally sort it out, I will have that money put to one side just in case I do have to pay all these things back. I am definitely putting all that money to one side, but I'm expecting that £200 from the government coming as well, which I know I'm not entitled to, because even without money I'm earning, I've got too much money in the bank. That puts me out of pension credit. It's just so ridiculous, you know, that these government things, and they don't know what they're doing. So looks like I've got my free TV licence till they sort out whether I need it or not, and then they'll probably send me a threatening letter telling me they're going to send bailiffs in or something like that if I don't pay my TV licence. But anyway, that's enough of that. These things come to try me, they do. But anyway, I am busy knitting. I'm doing the armholes on Belinda's cardigan. I'm doing all the shaping. I'm doing up to the neck part, and I have done 15 minutes on everything this morning. Put that down a minute. Keep that down. I even doing a little bit more of the little cardigan. These are little pieces I'm doing tutorial. I do little pieces, you know, of each piece that I do, and then I join them all together and make a proper tutorial out of it. So I've done one of the fronts and done the tutorial on my phone for the little part. I'll do the other part maybe tomorrow, and then when I do the tutorial I only need to knit one sleeve to show on the tutorial because they're both the same, and I can knit the other one up anytime. So that's coming along. So it'll probably be about a week or something. You'll probably have a tutorial for that. Maybe it's less, it depends how much time I have. So that was one thing I did. That was a bit more than 15 minutes because once I start that, I have to finish it. So it took me about half an hour, about 40 minutes altogether to do that and the tutorial, to knit that piece. And then I did the scarf here. I'm on to the last ball. I think I did about 10 rows in 15 minutes on that. It's getting quite long. Around that's about halfway around my neck. It is quite long actually. I can stand up and you can maybe see where it comes to. You can't really. It's down past my hips anyway, halfway around, so it's going to be quite a long scarf actually. You'll be able to thingy around your neck a couple of times. But I won't anyway, it'll be on AB when I've finished it. It should not be too much long now. I'll wind that up back up again and put that down. And I did a little bit more of the crochet. This wool here is very hard to crochet with because it splits. Well, you can see here if I unwind, you can't tell there, but it splits very easy when you put the hook through it. You don't always get through. There's quite a lot of strands. No, you can't really tell there. You have to see closer. But when I go, sometimes when I put the hook through, it splits it, and I have to keep pulling bits out and putting them back again. So I'm not happy when I'm crocheting with that stuff. Something I would never ever buy. It was sent to me. I would never ever buy this kind of cotton. It is cotton. That's all I use when I do the things like pouches and like the phone pouches and the Notion pouches. When I do things like that, that's all I use is cotton because they just do not look the same in acrylic. So I prefer to use the cotton. So that's how much I did of that. I think I did 2. I finished at the end of the row, so I did 2. That one and that one. I think I was nearly at the end of one of them, and then I done another 2 across. So because I haven't touched any of these things the last couple of days with my son being up here for a few days and being away out enjoying myself. And I did last night was a little bit more of Val's, so that's coming on as well. That's getting a bit longer. I've got that needle all wrapped up in the wool's tied around it. That's the other needle. That's one of those other balls I got from Temu, just a little bit bigger than mine. Yeah, this is the one I'm using. The first ones I had, and the other little bit bigger ones, but they're okay actually. They're not bad, like especially if they're on a longer, because that is quite a long needle. That was 120 cable that I cut, so it's 60 centimeters. That's 60 centimeters long. So it is quite long, and it sort of hangs down out the way when you're knitting with it anyway. So that little ball, just being that little bit bigger, is just that little bit heavier. So I have the other ones I've ordered some more from Temu, but I've ordered smaller than these ones, at the next size down from these, because you don't need a great big one on the end of these. I'll put that back in there with that, and before I lost it. That one there before I lost that. And then I did some more on this one. I think I counted up the stitches I have across here for the next one I'm going to do, because I do have enough of this to do probably maybe one or two more blankets, I think, actually. But I think I've got 60 stitches, so I've wrote down how many stitches, because it is quite big, this. It's for an adult, this one. It's not a child's thingy one, so you do need a little bit more thing. So I did a full 2 rows of that one. Put the wool in and curl it up. Put that back there. And then I did only managed 2 rows on my own. I had mine on the Zing circular needles, but I've taken them off and I'm putting them on the... I don't care much for the bamboo ones for knitting with, but it's okay with this wool because this wool's very slippy. It's sort of silky. It has a silky like sheen to it, and it is quite slippy. When it was on the Zings, it was slipping up and down a lot. So I have a 4mm in these bamboo ones, so that's what I'm using for this one. So I managed 2 rows. I think I knitted 1 row. I would have managed more, but one of the rows was crossing the cables over, which does take a little bit longer than an ordinary row. So I'm doing a little bit on my own as well. I'm not sure what that measures now. If I can find my tape measure. Oh, there it is. You have no idea all the rubbish that's all over this bed. I was going to get rid of it and get maybe some sort of recliner in here. But I'm not sure now, because I do need a lot of room for all the stuff I have. And it measures 12 inches now, so I have another 3 inches to go and I'll be able to do the armhole shaping on it. So I'll fold that back up again. Put the needle in there and fold it up. That one there. And then I did... I'm not going to undo that because I've put the needle across to keep it all together, because there's lots of balls of wool inside there, the 2 balls in there. That is getting quite long. I haven't got much more to do with that one. I think I did about 4 rows on that one this morning, so that's getting quite long. I think it measures about 27 inches now. I have to do another 2 inches of the pattern and about another 6 rows of the garter stitch on the bottom, and it'll be finished, that one. And then I'll concentrate more on this one, because this one is spoken for Pat, but this one will be on my AB shop when I finish this one. Nobody's asked for this one yet. So as you can see, that's how much I've got done of that one. That's from the needles down to there. So I can put those back in the bag. That in the bag. Put mine in the bag. Let's put that other little crochet one, that one that's I've got waiting for to do the lining on it. And then put that little one in the little bag over there for that one. And then I can get on with this one for Linda again. And so that's my little bit for today, a little rant and a little bit of what else I've been doing, and hope that DWP gets things sorted out for me. You know, makes a change when they want to pay someone who's not entitled to something, when that person is telling them they're not entitled to it. But anyway, thumbs up and subscribe. I'll catch you all another time, so bye for now.